What's up, it's Chaz. Today I was going to do a voiceover video on kind of how we build our patios. In this video we'll be building a 18-foot wide circle, and it has a seat wall on the back, and we're going to kind of go over the basic overview on how we build these. First thing is excavation. We painted out on the ground, as you can kind of see in this video. We have a transit, which is basically based on a laser that measures the elevation so we can make sure we excavate properly and not over excavate or under excavate. So when we're digging the walls, we're digging about 10 to 12 inches deep on the base, and then we dig for pavers. Usually it's about 8 inches deep for the pavers. Then we run the tamper over the excavated area, lay a geotextile fabric. The fabric keeps the soil out of the base. And then we spread a clean 57 stone over everything, and we compact it in usually 2-inch lifts and spread more stone, build it up. They're continuing to build it up, and they'll use the transit to check the elevation. Continue to build up, and then they're building basically the wall base now. So we're doing a freestanding wall, freestanding seat wall on this project around like the back half of this patio. There's gonna be like a retaining and a freestanding wall for this one. We use Teco block. So for this we used mini Creta, and you can kind of see they're painting out the wall right now and then setting it. So the wall is always set perfectly level, front to back, side to side. It's always level. It looks like the next day we came out there, setting the wall. Now the thing with the freestanding wall and the way we build ours is we want the split face, like the texture on the stone, to look the same in the front and the back. So the block that's above the grade, we have to cut every single one of those to make sure it looks good on both sides of this wall. So to continue, part that we missed here was they actually screed some number 8 stone, which is a smaller grade stone. It's like a 1-inch layer of that, and then the pavers get laid directly onto that. For this patio, we're actually not installing a fire pit, but we're leaving a gravel circle for the homeowner to install his own fire pit. It's got a metal fire pit that sits above the, it's just gonna sit on top of the patio, so he just requested that we leave a circle open for him to set that on. So what they're doing here is they're cutting out the border. So we use a Villaggio border on all of our projects, and it's important not to have little slivers of pavers. We want whole pavers on the edge, which is why you tend to get soldier or sailor courses. So in this case, we typically use Villaggio pavers, which is a dark gray paver, and then we cut the circle out. We like the Villaggio because it has rounded edges, so we don't have to do a bunch of trapezoid cuts. We just use the whole Villaggio paver in the whole thing. So, and it looks really nice with the dark gray and then the light gray pavers. And they're also working on cutting the cap as well to make it look like a perfect circle. So you can see there's no gaps in the caps. Everything's been cut, and then the border goes on. So now they're putting in the concrete edging. So you could do a plastic edging. We do concrete. It has fiberglass particles in it. Makes it really strong, really nice. So we do all of our paver patios with this concrete edging. One thing we didn't capture on this video, and it was because we had some weather in the forecast, is we did some poly sand. So we don't use G2 sand. We use this stuff called Alliance. We found that it's a better product. So what happens is we tamp the pavers right after we do the concrete. We saw that in the video with the plate tamper. And then we spread the poly sand throughout the pavers, run the plate tamper again, more sand, more plate tamping, more sand, and then we tamp it one more time. So it really embeds those pavers into the gravel. So we end up actually tamping them 4 times when we're doing that. So then once we finish up the paver patio, what we'll do is we'll build all of our pavers to grade. So we're not gonna have some elevated, you know, like when you get concrete poured, the guys usually form it right on the floor, like right on the ground. And you know, you have this huge 4-inch gap between your sidewalk and then the grass, right? So all of our projects are built to grade. So we will bring in topsoil, smooth it up to the pavers level. So the concrete edging would actually get buried. You won't see that. And then we either seed and straw. If it was near some mulch beds or landscaping, we'd just bring the mulch right up to the pavers. So you'd be able to step right off the pavers into the mulch, into the grass, whatever it may be. So hopefully this video brought you some value and understanding on how the paver process kind of works, a little bit of retaining walls, stuff like that. It's really basic overview. There's a lot of information online. If you have any other questions, just drop them in the comments below. Thank you.